Welcome one, welcome y'all to another episode of Life's a Beautiful Thing, where we discuss the beautiful lives of beautiful people and the beautiful things they do. Before we get started with my guests, very respected person in this community, get started with our sponsors and the people who keep this shit going. Life's a Beautiful Thing is brought to you by Culture Source and the Creators of Culture Grant, where we're doing our thing to find a new culture in media. House Lawn Care, 313-632-0483. Nice, cheap, and affordable lawn services with a smile. The guy cares about his lawn. He cares about your lawn, and then he's a pretty cheap man himself, so he ain't finna wax your pockets because he don't want his pockets waxed. We brought to you by Enchanted Rose and Motor City Mobile Wellness, where they have different. I lost my script, y'all. Don't shoot me in the neck. I lost my script. But they have various services for healing justices across the state. Amanda has different butters and oils and extracts for the body, every part of the body. She got something for you. Shout out to Male Care. My little cousin does these beautiful locks, and she does a great job at them. You want your hair done, something like that, come holler at her, 313-978-3982. Shout out to Male Care. Lastly, I want to shout out the Creative Club TV. Creative Club is a group of individuals who are trying their best to make something shake. They got a camera and they looking for people to help, looking for people to work with. Give them a call, hit them up at Creative Club TV. All right, now let's get started. Here tonight, I have with me a good friend of mine, a guy I look up to, a guy I've been knowing for quite a while. Like I said, a very respected person in the community. You might not know him, but you probably heard him somewhere before. I'm with my guy Eli Myles. Rapper,
Man, what's the deal?
producer, songwriter,
Man, everything. Country singer.
country singer.
Yeah, that's my next thing.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
And Eli has been doing music for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I say like actually creating music probably like, but probably about 16, 17 years. Taking it serious though, probably like the last like 5 years. Something.
Yeah, really. So what's the difference between
Serious, like
what's the difference between taking it serious and what you was doing beforehand?
putting money into your craft and I ain't gonna say not taking it serious because I took it serious before that, but I just didn't understand it. I didn't try to understand the music business. Like I just wanted to be a creative, so that was something that I had to learn. And then from there, like in hindsight, I feel like now I'm taking it serious because I'm willing to take some money, put it behind myself instead of looking for somebody else to give me a handout. Which is when I was young, that's what I thought this shit was. So
What
I
they-
cuss.
Yeah, say what you want, bro. What exactly do you define by handout?
Not necessarily handout, but like you think you talented to the point where somebody just gonna find you and come get you and save you. You know what I'm saying?
That Big Sean rapping in Kanye type situation.
Yeah, not even that though, because I ain't even like I ain't that type of person that's that outgoing to go and rap in front of somebody. But along the lines of that though, like getting struck by lightning, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay, that's crazy. So how do you consider putting money into the craft in this moment?
Nah, paying for the videos, getting the locations, paying the actors if you need actors, getting the clothes and all that stuff. That's one piece. Paying for advertising, paying for wherever you record it. Like I work out of a studio now, so I just pay my studio rent. But that goes towards I feel like that goes towards my artistry too.
Definitely.
Man, anything. Monthly subscription for your distribution, all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of different things.
It takes money to make money, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And do you see the difference in your career or in
for sure.
the outcomes?
Most definitely.
What
Like,
are they?
Now that I'm putting, like, for example, the paying for ads and, the marketing, the result is way more people that never would have seen you before that. And on top of that, you getting these, with like Instagram, for example, you got people so many people liking your posts is sending you up through the algorithm. Or so many people commenting is sending you up through the algorithm. And you might have people that's got a name in the city and now they seeing you like, okay, this dude's straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to mess with him. that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? And then they just gonna pass the word along to somebody
Yeah.
else too. So
How often does that happen where somebody with a blue check or somebody with a little bit of significance be like, okay, I fuck with Eli?
kind of often now, more often than before for sure. I'll say every time that I post something, like I get a blue check in there somewhere.
Oh, really? Can you name names?
I don't really, I don't really want to, but yeah,
Fair enough. No, fair enough.
they
That's
be there though. They be
it's,
supporting that
no,
shit a
that's still
little.
good. And I say, can you name names because a lot of people, like I said, they probably heard you before. That you have made a lot of beats for a lot of the Detroit rappers out here.
Yeah,
And your tag is who the fuck is Eli?
yeah, that's
And
the new one.
and it's crazy because they would hear that I hear people. I might be literally just walking down the street and I might hear somebody playing a
beat out
Babyface
there,
Ray song and it's your beat,
Yeah.
and they might. I'm sure they don't know it's you, which is funny. Who the
A
fuck
lot
is
of people,
Eli?
yeah, most people don't know.
And you so low key, but like you said, you got blue checks in your face. You just said you're not even that outgoing. Like you don't even care to rap in niggas' faces, but you still are paving the way and doing what you got to do. Like how is it? How can you do what you're doing while being, self-proclaimed not outgoing?
You gotta kind of push yourself. I push myself in these situations. Like I was just telling one of my boys yesterday, like, he don't want to kiss ass. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop looking at it like you kissing ass and really just get out there and shake hands and meet people and network and all that. So that's what I had to convince myself of, like, bro, because I'm the same way. Like I feel like I got people that I know that's in higher places that I could probably hit up and be like, can you do this for me? But I feel like if ain't nobody did nothing, then I got to put in the work for it. So I forgot what the question was, but doing it now, like I said, I just force myself to talk to people. I force myself to go in rooms where I know it's gonna be names at sometimes, like, and I don't want to, but I just know the result from it. It could change my life.
Yeah.
That shit could change your life just by walking in one room or
Yeah.
talking to one person. So that's how I try to keep it in my head. Or
And
even if it ain't no instant, like nothing big, it's like it's steps. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You build this relationship with these people, and now they see you. They know. I'd be surprised. Like sometimes I see a nigga with a name, and they be like, "What up, Eli?" And come to me and shake my hand. I'd be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah.
all right.
That's dope. And did you see this for yourself back in the day when you first got started?
I seen it earlier. Like I always thought I was gonna be like 20 years old with this type of shit happening. You know what I'm saying? But I do see it that way for myself though, because that's what I want to do. Like that's my passion. You know what I'm saying? The way that it happens, I can't really say that that's what I expect, but I do expect to be around people of higher caliber sometimes.
Yeah.
And, shit like that, and getting the ball rolling. And all
Yeah.
that.
Do you plan on taking a more of an independent route, or would you like a more of a label backing?
I wouldn't be opposed to the label, but right now I'm on the independent stuff, just trying to figure it out. Because the more you do on your own, you know how this shit go for real. So
And you got a lot of work out.
yeah.
How many projects do you have like released to the public?
What I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say 5. Four solos and a collab with Steve Jobs. I believe that's all of them.
Tell me about that collab tape. I like that. That was a nice tape.
Yeah, Jobs, that's my dog, man. Jobs, I met him through Dave, well, really through DJ Bleak, but we have been locked in for like a couple years at this point. We found out we both from the same neighborhood on the east side, Red Zone, so like we kind of clicked and shit. And one day I think I was sending him beats because I produced for him too, so I was sending him beats and he like, man, you want to hop on this bitch? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, you want to just make a whole project together? And I'm like, fuck it. Like, we just made that bitch. I think we made it in like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks or something.
Nice.
Kane put the finishing touches on it and threw it up. It was cool. Like,
That's dope. And I think it's cool that you not even really with the bigger Detroit artists, like a lot of people be rapping on your beats. Like you got a big ass footprint out here. Like how does that shit make you feel to know that, like I said, people are listening to you without even knowing they listening to you?
That shit straight. I don't really, like I said.
Do you feel like
I don't-
Batman? Like you Bruce Wayne and niggas, these bitches don't even know you Batman for real?
Yeah, for sure. I'm Batman for sure. I'm Batman for sure. But I don't know, because I never looked at it for that.
Mm.
Like, especially being a producer, like you almost want to be in the background and shit.
Yeah.
So,
Do you value yourself more as a rapper or a producer?
kind of both. The rapper shit just harder to get to take off because you're not necessarily helping somebody else. Like, a lot of people need help in the industry. So, as a producer, you kind of offering a helping hand to people
Yeah.
and shit. So, it's easier to get in the doors. So, value wise, I value both. Like, I enjoy making music as an artist. I also enjoy making beats. You know, it come with, ups and downs and shit.
Yeah.
Like, right now, I ain't been recording a lot. If I do record, I just go in there, sit in front of the mic, and just freestyle over beats and shit. But
Nothing too
I haven't
serious.
been kind of like, yeah, not nothing too serious for real. I haven't been writing like I used to. And I feel like that's just because I've been trying to figure out the business and shit too, though. And it take time away from me trying to be creative and shit. So
Would tell me about your songwriting process.
it used to be so like I'd be at work when I felt like my peak writing time was like when I'd be at work at Ford like 7-8 years ago. I'd be in there because I make my own beats, so I take a pack of beats in there, play it in my headphones the whole day I'm working, so I can write a whole song in there while I'm working and shit.
Yeah.
That was my original way. That, and then before that, as a youngin', you writing shit down and all that shit. But after that, I started leaning more towards the freestyling shit because I bought my own equipment, set up at the crib, and now I could really, like, instead of having to pay for studio time, you got to go in there prepared. Now I can really sit here and just bounce ideas for hours, dog. So that was the next phase, and then yeah, that's really where I'm at right now. Still, like, and just trying to find a way to blend it too.
Yeah.
Which is like sometimes I do that. Like I sit in there and freestyle, and my engineer Vic he'd catch a lot of the freestyles if I ain't recording myself, and we'll just figure out what works, and I write to that if I don't already have some words to it. But for the most part, just freestyling this shit right now, bounce ideas.
Yeah, and the reason I asked about that process is because you got a lot of range. I done heard you rap about social justice. I done heard you rap about chick parties, and it'd be like hitting hoes, but it's not like hitting hoes. It's like a young man going through his own sexual journey.
Yeah.
But you make it sound so cool.
I try to though, cause it's like I feel like all that experience shit, man. They water that shit down instead of being like, bro, this is like it's an experience. Like for example, the J. Cole song, I can't remember the name of the song, but he talking about losing his virginity and shit, and like a lot of people talk down on that song, but to me, it's like, bro, this nigga made a song, not even just about the actual sexual intercourse, but the shit leading up to it, like how niggas be lying, telling the girl like, yeah, I'm fucking hoes. You ain't really fucking hoes, but you trying to fuck her. So like,
You think that might work?
Yeah, I love storytelling and shit. So like, that's what I enjoy doing, bro. So I try to incorporate that in as much as I can.
So when you put your raps down, is that the most authentic Eli that you can give out?
Yeah, I feel like storytelling Eli's for sure the most authentic for sure.
Though, what type of stories do you like to tell?
Man, life experiences. I try to, as of late, I try to be like more positive with the shit. Like, not that I ever was like a negative nigga anyway, but like more uplifting type shit.
What does that content look like in comparison to the content of 4-5 years ago?
I feel like now it's more mature. It's a more mature version of what I used to do before.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I still was positive, but I didn't have really much intention of like trying to teach somebody some shit or, like I said, uplifting somebody.
Are you just more intentional?
Nah, yeah.
With the
way
music
more
in general?
intentional, Yeah. Now, yeah.
Okay, that's
I
dope.
think so. I ain't gonna say that because last night I recorded some shit freestyling, and it's like I started off with intention, and then like I said, because I'm just bouncing ideas, that shit turned into something else. So
Okay, is it something that can work?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think so, yeah. A lot of this shit, like even with Incubator, like that song. So a lot of people don't know this shit. When I wrote that, I did it to the V's Fire Drill shit. Because I was planning on dropping a whole different project from Black Heart, and for the rollout process, we was gonna do freestyles to all the shit that was hot at the time. So I wrote to that, and if you listen to it, it's really like just rapping. It ain't necessarily no intention behind it, and that's my most one of the most streamed songs on my project, top 2 streamed songs on the project. So
How many? What's the numbers on that?
what's the numbers?
Yeah,
Right now,
if you could
probably like
some type of estimate.
probably like 10,000 or something like that. Like
Nice.
nothing crazy, but enough to be like,
Yeah.
especially in comparison to the other songs. Is like some of the other songs might only have 2,000-3,000 or something.
I said, which is crazy because I looked at your follower count today, and you got a lot. You follow more people than follows you.
Hell no.
Maybe I probably could have looked at it
Hell
wrong,
no.
but you don't got the.
I go back and get the unfollowing motherfuckers. Like, damn, who in this bitch I don't be interacting with? Like,
No, my journalistic integrity just got compromised, huh? Well, I could have just fucking looked at it wrong. Players mess up too, but it's not. You don't got 100,000 followers type shit.
Yeah.
With the talent you do have, you got a million follower talent, and I'm not just saying that, y'all. Like the man really got his shit together. And it's like you said, that 10,000 right there, that means a lot without having that big ass back. You kind of like a above ground, underground artist almost. And how do you navigate your process while being pseudo underground, not too in the mainstream, but also in the shadows, but also in face a little bit?
I just try to do what I do. Like, I don't really pay too much attention to anything. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I did not necessarily go mainstream, but some of the songs that I create that I might not have released, if they get mainstream traction. But I also wouldn't be surprised if I was an underground king. You know what I'm saying? If the underground really loved me and appreciated me, like how we did. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, you know what I'm saying? Before before they got super big, I wouldn't be surprised. But like I said, I just try to be authentic. I try to stay true to myself. Just have fun, experiment, all that kind of shit, bro. And I let the people label me whatever they want to label me.
Facts. It's a very humble opinion.
Yeah.
What is mainstream music to you?
To me, that shit like, man, it's like it's hard to explain. I just know it when I hear it or when I see it. You know what I'm saying? It's like pop, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's like pop. And then some of the mainstream, like we got street people breaking in through the mainstream shit, like Dirk.
How you feel about that crossover from street to mainstream?
I fuck with it. I'm not like a big fan of a lot of street shit, you know what I'm saying? But like I support it. Cause like I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar with what you're talking about and shit. So like, nigga, go crazy.
Yeah,
like that's how I
thing.
feel. I listen to some of the shit, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like, I just listen to like low key shit, chill shit.
So what you listening to right now? Like what's really bumping through the speakers and the headphones?
Man, my regular for sure listen is Face. I listen to a lot of Ray.
Facts.
Which I feel like he transcended into the mainstream too.
And I think you're doing it in a pretty good way too.
Fire way, like an underground king transitioning into that shit, like, and he not conforming to what they might want from him.
Yeah,
you know what the industry standard might be for a hit and shit like that. Like we're looking for that, and I fuck with that type of shit.
Yeah.
But I listen to Face a lot. Probably Larry June. I listen to a lot. Let me think, dog, because there's some motherfuckers I be riding to, bro. I've been listening to Chicken P a lot too. I fuck with
Really?
Chicken P. Yeah, Chicken P shit hard.
Okay.
I like Westside Boogie. He's sweet as hell to me.
How you feel about California rappers?
I was talking to my boy Dave Hill about this yesterday, bro. I love Cali music. Like, I feel like it's also a part of their culture embodying storytelling and shit too.
Yeah.
Like even like the YG album that came out when we was in East,
That was
like it was storytelling, but it was still a slap. So
yeah.
I love Cali rap though. Kendrick my favorite rapper, so
Okay.
of all time.
All time. Okay.
All time.
Since we on it, tell me what's your take on the beef?
That shit's sweet. Like, I'm glad it ain't no real drama behind it. No, no physical shit.
Agreed.
I think Kendrick got the upper hand a little bit, but I think Drake held his own, so you can't really say he got fucked over.
Yeah.
A lot of the shit Drake was on, I wish he would have just instead of talking about so many people at one time, I wish he'd have just went straight at Dot. But for
Nigga
the
was
most
getting
part,
jumped, man. He had to.
but fuck them niggas. They ain't even important right now, bro.
Facts,
Like,
though. Big facts.
yeah, like talk to them niggas personally. Like, well, I want to hear you rap against Kendrick. These other niggas ain't about to battle you, dog.
No, facts. You just did that because you could.
Yeah, and he was going crazy on them niggas too. So he did his thing, bro. I really, like I said, I grew up on them niggas, both of them. So
Yeah.
that shit.
You just enjoyed the literal sport of it.
I wish they would have never did it. I wish they would have collabed. I wish they would have made some music together instead. But
It is what it is.
yeah,
Have you ever had a rap beef?
no.
And that ain't your thing, huh? So have you ever had any type of conflict or any weird shit in your career?
In my career,
Yeah, with other artists.
weird shit with other artists. Not for real, no. Like it be most of my shit be like business shit, like niggas doing bad business and shit like that. I don't really have no conflicts with people. No.
So
I try to like not be too like, cause like coming into it, bro, they kind of tell you how fucked up this shit is. You know what I'm saying? And you either gonna be a nigga that I feel like you gonna be three niggas. You either gonna be the nigga that's like fuck it, let niggas do whatever they want to do. You gonna be a nigga that say something and you know not really press it, but just still make it known that you know what's going on. Or you gonna be an aggressor, like the niggas that used to be running in Def Jam and shit like that. So like, I'm like, bro, I don't want to be no aggressor. I ain't really that type of nigga, bro. But at the same time, I don't want niggas fucking me over too. So
yeah, are you prepared to run into Def Jam?
if I got
Metaphorically.
to, man, if I got to,
That's dope. You keep your head down. You keep a good, clean profile.
yeah, I try to do that for sure.
That says a lot. What are there any artists, mainstream or maybe on the underground level that you would like to work with?
Everybody for real. Who specifically would I want to work with, dog? I'm more like the type of nigga I want to learn from people, bro. I like, cause I want to figure out the business. Like I want to figure out how I want to sit behind the biggest songwriters and figure out like why you structured this song this way and all that shit. The producers. One of my boys, Kari, he was in there with us yesterday. Like he wanted me to collab on the beat. I'm like, bro, I want to sit back and watch because like you got shit coming up and you got shit already out that's big. So like, I want to sit back and learn.
Do you feel as if you mastered what you need to master and now it's time to learn?
In a sense, yeah.
Okay.
I need to expand my palette. I feel like So yeah, it's time to learn for sure.
Okay. So what are your icks when it comes down to the music? Like what's some shit you just won't touch?
That I won't touch. In a sense, in a sense of what, like.
Music wise, like you said you wouldn't mind working with for the most part everybody, and you want to learn from for the most part everybody. What if a nigga came to you like this? You gonna be like, no, I'm good.
Man, I'll say like the niggas that be like fake as fuck. Like if 6ix9ine would have came to me trying to do some shit, unless he brought that M. If he brought that M, I would have fucked with him.
No, facts.
I'm not trying to fuck with niggas like that because I don't like that energy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's just off. I don't like being like, if you a street nigga, you a street nigga. But I know if you a genuine street nigga, like if you a cool person, bro, you laid back, I'm cool. That's perfect. You know what I'm saying? But if you somebody that's acting like just over the top all the time, I don't want to be around that shit. Like, it's too iffy, bro. I don't like shit like that. Like, a lot of people will put the placements and shit before, you know, certain values or themselves. Like in this instance, I say before myself because like I don't like being uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and on some shit like that, like I don't mind, you know, like I said, getting in different rooms and shit like that. But I'm not it's not the people. It's just the situation. Like I'm not really a person that like to be around people like that. But
you a fucking introvert.
I'm an introvert like a motherfucker, bro. But it's certain niggas I don't want to be around. Like I don't want to be around that shit, bro. So that's probably it. Shit like that. I don't know. I ain't too like judgmental with shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm a weird nigga myself, so I work with pretty much anybody. But
it takes a lot for a nigga to cross that line, though, huh?
What?
It take a lot for just to make you be like, nah.
Yeah, it take a lot, bro. It take a whole lot. Cause some niggas I be in that bitch like, man, like looking out the corner of my eye. But I feel like with him, bro, I just be like, man, I don't want to be in this. I'm not even pulling up. Like,
not even pulling up.
Don't want to pull up, bro.
So do niggas ever come to the studio and get to rapping some weird shit? You just, I'm just,
I
it's
didn't
my,
have
it's
a
my,
few
it's my job to
experiences.
record this nigga. So I'm just gonna record this nigga.
I ain't never had to record nobody that was like that, but it didn't been people in there that was like weird as fuck. High as hell. You know, niggas be popping pills and shit, doing weird shit. Over talkative and shit sometimes.
So how much of that is a problem in the rap game? Remember before we got live, you said how you ain't smoked in a while because you're really not a smoker like that, and I'm sure you see a lot of rap niggas in general come in off all fucked up. Like how big of an issue is that in the community?
In the community, that shit, man.
I mean, the rap community per se, not the overall community.
You mean like in what setting though? Like in the studio or just in general?
In general.
In general, it's a problem. It ain't gonna change. I say that. It might turn into something else, but it ain't gonna change, bro. People always been doing drugs and shit.
Yeah. Do you think the rap culture helps exacerbate some of that stuff?
No, for sure. For sure. The rap culture and then America. America is what it is, bro. That shit is a business, bro. They put that shit in front of you for a reason. Like, I don't even know how the fuck a Percocet became a thing. You know what I'm saying? That shit just happened though. And then it's like the rap music probably, and a lot of people don't think about this, but it's niggas that don't have like the will to not follow what's going on. The mental capacity to not follow what's going on. So they fuck around and do it one time and then
They stuck.
You know what I'm saying? And some people don't want to leave that shit alone. Like some people like, I'm happy here. And some people fucked up off of it. But I know I ain't fucking with that shit, man.
Nah, facts. Hey,
Yeah.
don't do the bad kind of drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't do the bad drugs.
So what are do you have any more projects dropping soon, or do you need anything rolling out for the rest of the year?
I'm trying to get into shooting more music videos and reels and shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, just trying to market myself a little more. That's the main thing I'm focusing on. I'm still recording, still trying to get, beat placements and shit like that, working with different artists.
How do you find beat placements? Do you look for them, or do they look for you, or is it just
sometimes a lot of my shit, like when I got the shit with Babyface, that shit was like knowing somebody, you know what I'm saying, that know him. My cousin know him and shit. They real close and shit. So he linked me with Face. Yet a couple days ago, Vic linked me with Snapdog on the beats. So like I sent him some beats. And that's usually the best ones. But I've had situations like I was fucking with Joey Fats from Cali.
Yeah, that was back in the day. I remember
Yeah,
that.
that's when I first started. Like I was posting shit on YouTube. He found some beats on YouTube, tapped in. I think he emailed me or something like, he trying to fuck with me. So social media a little bit. Never like no super industry type of shit though. Like, they need beats. The A&R saying they need beats, and then I get the placement. Like it ain't never been.
How would you feel about that if that was the
I
case?
would be excited, bro. I had one situation where it was real close to being finalized, and they never hit me back about it. And it was like the amount of money they offered. It was like $2,000 or something, bro. And it's like at that point I'm selling beats on YouTube, nigga, $20 leases and $100 exclusive. You know what I'm saying? So shit, $2,000, hell yeah, like. And it fell through, but it was like ever since then I was like, if I ever get hit up about, a placement like that, I'm always gonna send beats because the amount of money you get is way better. The percentages and all that shit that be involved is way better. So
some shit that really keep you rich forever, and stable forever, huh?
Yeah, that shit we trying to do. It's real business. So yeah.
And you got you produced every track on Dusty McFly's B&B 3, right?
I did, I think, almost everything besides like one or two songs on there. I can't remember which ones it was, but it was towards the end of it. But
okay,
yeah.
Did you tell me how that process worked?
With Fleas,
Yeah.
man, I don't even remember how. I think I seen Fleas first at a show. Baby Mark had booked me for a show, and he had Fleas headline. And I want to say my boy Richie Marciano introduced me. I think that's how that started off. Richie introduced me to Dusty. And then got the email. Actually, after that, Dusty was saying he needed beats on Twitter or something, and Richie tagged me, and then Dusty sent the email. I started flooding this shit, because at this point, I ain't really got nobody I'm working with, so I got a lot of beats I'm trying to send, so I'm flooding this shit. And then he working on the beats over time, and then we start talking on the phone and shit a little more. And then he tell me like he didn't even tell me it was gonna be BNB3. He just told me like I'm trying to get all these beats. So I'm like shit, bet. You know what I'm saying? He cashed the beats and shit. That was it. Like, but that's my dog. Like Dusty always hit me up for beats. He
Okay.
always placements. Like he hit me up when people try and get beats from me,
Nice.
or when they trying to get beats for an artist. So like, cool nigga for sure.
How important is that network?
Networking is very important. Like I said, all of my biggest shit come from networking or knowing somebody to know somebody. Like,
Yeah.
I be telling, I tell everybody, bro, like network, like get out that shell. That's one of the best things that could have happened to me, bro. I remember one time, Joey Fats came here on tour with ASAP Ferg, and he told me to come down there. They had a show at St. Andrews, so I go down there, and I'm on a tour bus with them niggas and everything, you know.
Was it some hoes on the tour bus?
It wasn't. No, at that time, it wasn't. And then when we came back after the show, it was some hoes on the tour bus for sure. But he like, they want you to come with us. You know what I'm saying? We want you to come with us. We about to go to Chicago. We want you to come with us. We're gonna be in the studio and shit. My dumb ass, bro, I'm working probably a job for like $12 an hour. I'm like, nigga, I gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? I can't miss this money. I need this shit. You know what I'm saying? But looking back, I wish I wouldn't have did that shit, bro. I wish I would have just went with them niggas and took a chance, because you never know what would have came out of it. And I could have built a relationship with the whole ASAP mob off of that.
Yeah.
So it's a missed opportunity because I didn't want to. I didn't try to network. You know
Was they like, okay, bet, and just moved on?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah, nigga, what the fuck? You grown, nigga. At this point, I'm probably like 19 years old or something, 20 years old. They like, nigga, all right, shit.
Bet.
You know? Fats probably was like, because at that time, like, me and him was real close. Like, of course, over the phone, you know, shit like that, because he trying to help me get my career going and shit. Like, he found out I rap. He like, man, I want to get you in the mix pretty much. So he, of course, he like, shit, nigga, you tripping. But all right.
The nigga ain't nobody try to change your mind or argue with you, nigga.
I think he did, bro. Thinking about it, I think he did.
Man.
But I was stubborn as fuck early, bro.
Yeah.
I was stubborn, bro. And I had my my mom Dukes, bro. She I ain't gonna say she never wanted me to do this shit, but she just felt, she knew my potential outside of music. So she wanted me to do a lot of other shit. So her opinion mattered to me.
Yeah.
In that world, you know what I'm saying, early on and shit. And like I just respected, you know, her the way she thought, you know what I'm saying? And I try to look at shit like from the perspective of a nigga that nigga say it's 100% chance you don't blow at this shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta operate like a man, you gotta make sure you got your bills paid, shit like that. So that's how I was thinking, but
You didn't want to be the starving artist.
man, I still was starving. But shit, my bills is paid. Like,
Fact.
still was starving for sure, but yeah.
How was that family support and what mom does now?
It's, man, she love that shit. Like, I think it took for me to show her I could make money off of it, that it actually could work. It's a lot of different things that come into it, bro. And even still now, like, she still, you know, she still feel how she feel, but she's supportive of it. You know what I'm saying? When I drop merch, she'll buy merch.
Okay.
When I drop videos, she give me her feedback on it. When I drop music, you know what I'm saying? She in tune with it, so she fuck with it for sure.
Okay, bet. And have you did other stuff outside of the state? Like as far as you being outside of the state, have you ever got, let me bring it back, yeah. Have you ever had that chance to redo that opportunity where you missed out on that interstate chance?
I had man, probably another one, bro, in Florida. Art Basel, Miami and shit. I went down there, I performed. So that story crazy as hell. But basically, the performance got fucked up. So I'm down there with Chili, you know Chili and shit. Chili. So once I'm done with the performance, Chili like, man, I got some hoes on the floor. You know,
Of course.
we trying to move around. I'm like, oh my God. Like, man, fuck it. I'm already in my head. I'm already down and shit because I done fucked up my performance and shit, bro. I done fucked up my show tape, put the wrong show tape on there and shit.
Oh, no.
So I'm on stage laughing. I ain't never told nobody this shit either.
Shout out to the exclusive.
Laughing, bro. I'm on stage laughing and shit, but I'm explaining to the people too that I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I did as much as I could. And I still got a little love, you know what I'm saying, for what it was. At that point, it was early in the show too, so it wasn't like a super big crowd.
Yeah.
But I got, for the amount of people that was there, I got a lot of love.
Okay.
But yeah, so after that, I feel like I should have stuck around because it was the promoter was fucking with me, even with the situation. He still was fucking with me, and then you had Currency out there, you had
Okay.
Bodie. So I feel like that was an opportunity for me to sit back and network with those guys and the people that surround them and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That would have been
maybe.
cool.
You know,
I can see Currency dropping the tape to your shit
man, what?
and keeping it moving.
Man, me and Currency would go crazy.
That'll go real crazy. Spit it if
Currency go
you ever
crazy.
get a chance to look at this. Check out my mans. That's all. That's dope, bro. Didn't you had a show in Vegas one time too, right?
Yeah, so crazy situation with that one too. It ain't nothing on my behalf. It really was like the show. Pretty much, they didn't get the crowd they thought they was gonna get. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of the headliners, they didn't want to. You know, they didn't want to perform in front of the crowd if it was no crowd for real.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Did you still perform?
I didn't perform no. So down in Vegas, the reason why I didn't perform, bro. So I'm gonna say this too. Like I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not a person that like to be in front of people and shit. And that's something now that I got control of. At that point in time, I was just starting to kind of understand it. So I wasn't deep in my performer bag.
Yeah.
Even though I was ready, but I expected to go on early in the night, right? Out there in Vegas, they like, I want to say 4 hours behind.
Yep.
So by the time I was about to go on, I just came from Detroit that day. It was probably like 3 o'clock in the morning Detroit time. And I'm like, bro, I got kids and shit, so nigga, that's I'm deep in like, damn, I'm about to fall asleep in this bitch. Like, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm gonna sit this one out. Cause the promoter was my man's too, so he like, no, I feel you 100%.
Okay.
Like,
Have another opportunity out there in Vegas came up since?
not since then, no. I think I had one before that though. I did like a fashion show out there. That shit was cool.
Dope.
I want to say that was it, but no, I haven't had any opportunities since then. But it's something that, like I said, that's where I'm focusing on the marketing and the ads because I want to big myself up in these areas so people can know me. You know what I'm saying? And then when they see my name on the flyer, then they got a reason to come and see me. You know what I'm saying? And they get me excited about performing. Not like I'm just coming to be. I don't mind being supporting cast, but I don't want to always be the supporting cast. Like I want to build my own shit up. So that's what I hope come out of Vegas for me in the next year.
Yeah. Besides Vegas, Florida, Cali, is there any states or regions you want to see yourself at?
Atlanta, I fuck with Atlanta heavy. I got a lot of listeners out there.
Okay.
New York, Ohio. I fuck with the Midwest. Like I really fuck with everywhere though.
Yeah.
I like to just network for real. I
Yeah.
like to meet people, but I don't,
You don't like to meet you don't like to meet them too
many.
much.
Like I don't want to, like I don't want to have to force myself being around a lot of
Yeah.
people and shit. But like I don't mind meet, especially in this industry. Like I like to meet people that's like minded and shit. But yeah, Ohio, really anywhere though, anywhere, man. UK, I want to go to the UK.
That'd be
I
dope.
heard they fuck with a lot of rap over there.
Yeah. Do you have any listeners over there to your knowledge?
So. A little bit, yeah. I think right now France is like one of my top.
France.
Yeah, what's that, Paris?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Really?
France. Damn, I should have put that shit up. But
That's
it's
dope.
France. It was some African country was on there
Okay.
or city.
And that's just from the marketing. When you put the money in it
Yeah.
and you really put the personal legwork in it, you
Yeah.
see your shit across the fucking hemisphere.
It was one time, bro. I had a song on. What project was that, dog? Narrated by. It was a song I had on there, and randomly, like the project probably been out for like half a year to a year, and one of the songs just started going crazy, and I was trying to figure that shit out. So I'm looking through my analytics, and I see like overseas somewhere, they like streaming the fuck out of it, like Shazamming it and everything, and I'm like, it was crazy. It was crazy, yeah. It was like it was somewhere in Europe. I can't remember exactly where.
How
They
do
put it
you?
on playlists and everything.
Wow.
That
Do
shit
you
was sick.
know anybody overseas in Europe that you can link with or
Not
have
in
some type of
Europe.
buzz with?
No, I don't have any people in Europe. I know DJ Koos out in Russia. That's probably the only Russia, yeah. Shout out to Koos. He did the Hills record that I dropped.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That
Koos
was
Koos
nice.
sweet as fuck, yeah.
Okay, and he's in Russia.
Yeah.
Would you go to Russia to perform?
If I can.
You a
If they gonna
brave
protect
man.
me.
Facts.
If they gonna
That's
protect me,
facts.
that
You
motherfucker.
can't go to Russia, but you gotta have 10 Russian niggas with you.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's dope, bro. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, they got the
Congratulations.
no-fly zone on us right now.
That's what they make. That's what they make dangers at for people like us. It's
Yeah.
Russia. That's so funny. That's dope, bro. So do you? Okay, speaking of shit like that, let's make it a little fun. Do you travel and shit like that? We talking?
Man.
Do you do shit for fun outside of rapping, producing, being a dad?
Man, honestly, fuck no. Like, I tried to. I be wanting to. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I got a couple weddings I gotta go to
Okay, nice.
in the next year or so. Those gonna be, like, the guaranteed ones. But I do like to travel. But I'm a gambler, bro. So that shit really was fucking up my bag for a long time. So I couldn't really travel how I might want to. But now that I'm done with that shit, bro, I think I'm gonna start traveling more.
Yeah.
Just taking random trips and shit. Like, I know we take me and my girl, we take the kids, cut that up. cut that bitch up. We take the kids to like little water parks and shit, little family vacations and shit like that. But nah, not lately, bro. Like, me and the guys might go there. We used to go to Houston and shit. Florida, we've been there a few times. Atlanta. But not like super frequent or nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
How is Houston? I've never been to Houston.
Houston was crazy, but this was pandemic season too, so it was a different Houston.
It was
like,
pandemic
season. It's still probably nice as hell, but at that point in time, that shit was like a movie, bro. That shit was a movie. It was fun as hell.
I believe that.
Yeah, Houston nice though. They got like a nice like nightlife scene and shit. Nice food, all that kind of stuff. Man, I fuck with Houston, bro.
That's dope. And how does being a father influence and affect you as a man and you as an artist?
Man, it affect like damn near everything, bro. Cause I be mindful of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? As far as like speaking shit into existence. I don't want to speak no bullshit into existence. I don't want to put no bad energy out here for my kids to have to, live with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They affect my everything, bro. Cause my studio time, sometimes I can't go to the studio. Sometimes I gotta bring them to the studio. They affect everything, bro.
Do they catch on to the music? Do you see the little producers and artists in them?
For sure.
That's dope.
I see my oldest son, I think he gonna be some type of artist. I don't know if I think he gonna be a singer, but we'll see how it play out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Him and then really both of them though. Like, I think they both love music, dog. I hope one of them be a producer at least.
That'll make you happy as a dad.
Make me happy as hell. So I could just show them like,
yeah, what you know.
Even with they, when they ask some questions and shit. I feel like with an artist, I kind of want to let you do your thing. Like, and if you're doing some bullshit, then I'm gonna tell you you're doing some bullshit. But like with producing, it's more like a technicality thing.
Yeah.
So
Shit is so technical. So tell me about producing. You've been producing for how long?
Since 2012, so about 12 years.
Okay. So you've been, is that, just give me some of the process, some of that mindset, that technicality of it when you're making these beats.
Man. It's like, I don't come into it with, sometimes I don't come into it with like a set thing I want to do on a beat. Like, sometimes I start with drums. Sometimes I start with a melody or something. But I just let it take me wherever it's gonna take me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where a lot of my, my better records come from as far as producing and shit. Just letting whatever the initial sound is, just letting that take me to another world. Like, all right, where listening to this drum loop, like, where do it take me? Like, what do I want to put on this melody wise, and what kind of like aura do I want to create with it?
Yeah.
And then the same thing for the melodies, just like feeling the music, bro. I like to feel the music.
What type of music do you like to produce? What sound is more popular with you?
Popular is the Detroit shit for sure. Like, it ain't my preference per se, but it's like it's easy, kinda. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like I'm like the average Detroit producer.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm making them Detroit beats, because like I didn't start off making Detroit beats. I started off making like J. Cole and shit, J. Cole type beats, Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q type shit, and the demand, because I'm living in Detroit, all my niggas from the city, all my brother friends, they nigga, make something like this. Nigga, we need Team Eastside beats. Nigga, make some shit like that. Like, so I had to learn it. You know what I'm saying? Early on, I was trash at that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I grew to kind of understand it. Like, even today, because it's like a lot of it is, on the drum side, is simple. And I was used to trying to make everything just like extra. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn to cut back on the drums. And then melody-wise, like, I ain't, before I didn't really like to do it because I just felt like that was too simple too. Like, everybody was doing the same melody structure and shit. Like, I ain't like that shit. But now I don't really care. Like, I like making Detroit records, and I really want to get more Detroit records placed because it's just a part of the culture. Like, now I understand it more now. You know what I'm saying? Because before, I was in my own, like, thinking about, nigga, trying to travel the world. Nigga, I'm listening to all this other kind of shit. You know, I wasn't even considering. I was listening to Detroit shit, but it'll only be the Team East Sides, the Doughboys Cash Out. It wasn't really much of anybody else. Dusty, like, shit like that. But I wasn't deep into it like a lot of other people, so yeah, man.
So once you expanded a little bit, it kind of got easier to produce that sound.
It got easier. I'm still learning it, but I got a way better understanding now. And I like to mesh the two though. Like, I like to mesh what I like with the Detroit shit.
Exactly.
And it's kind of hard to get it to stick because they like, you know, the city like a lot of like kind of dark shit or party shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of the shit that I like to use would be considered like more soulful or, you know, like I like acoustic guitars and shit like that. Like, I like to incorporate shit like that. So,
Okay.
it's a little harder to get it to catch on with people, but I think, you know, it's starting to work.
Yeah. So outside of rap, the regular nigga genre of music, what do you listen to?
Detroit. Oh, you said outside of
Outside
rap.
of rap,
Outside
yeah.
of rap.
Because you being a producer, you have to know, you got to know so much about music in
Let's see
general.
what I got in this bitch. I don't even know what I be listening to. Because I be trying to get my own shit going or like listening to beats and shit that I make.
So even when you listen to music, you kind of in the work mind state a little bit.
I'm always like, now I ain't gonna lie, I never used to be like this, bro. Like, I would listen to a lot of music, bro, and now I don't really listen to much of anything. Like, let me see what I got in here, dog. Joan Armatrading, I don't even know who that is. I fuck with Real Rex Life Raj. He rap too, but he do like a lot of melodic shit. Harlan Oates.
Facts.
Sanford sweet as hell. That's probably like the main shit.
Is it important to, in your opinion, is it important for producers or artists in general to want to look outside of their own genre?
It's not important, to be honest, but it could help.
Okay.
You know, it's not important though, because a lot of it, like, you can just look at the game right now. Like, I ain't gonna say that they don't listen to a lot of shit outside of their genre, but majority of the people that's in rap, at least, they probably not really paying no attention to all that other shit.
Yeah.
They just making what they want to make.
Sure.
And who am I to tell you that shit better for you if you already successful? Like,
Yeah.
if you listen to something new, it might fuck up your whole bag. It might change the whole trajectory of your career. So I won't say that. But for me, I think it's important, though, because I just need something to always keep me inspired.
Yeah.
Like, if I ain't inspired, bro, that shit, like, it'd be overwhelmingly boring, bro. For real.
And what are the current inspirations right now? The 2024 inspirations?
It's really just, like, trying to achieve, trying to get placements, like, listening to what's on the radio. I don't listen to the radio at all, but it's like, of course, you see the post, you know what's hot right now. You know what the females fucking with, you know what niggas listening to. So it's like, all right, how do I, you know, make these? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I got to incorporate or what do I got to take away to make this? You know what I'm saying? So that's one inspiration. Another thing be like, I hear just like random artists sometimes or random songs, or like I'll be watching a movie and a song come on, I'll be like, damn, this shit's sweet. Like, shit like that. Like, it'd be random as hell.
Are there any producers that inspire you?
Cardo sweet as fuck to me. Hit Boy. Dilla.
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy. I remember when I first started, I got an interview and the dude asked me, how did Dilla Like, did Dilla influence me or something like that? And at that point in time, bro, I ain't gonna say I had no idea who Dilla was, but I explained to him, like, bro, the environment I'm from, niggas don't really know about Dilla unless you just know music.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless, you know, your people's is in tune with that shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, nigga, hell of it is who I know. You know what I'm saying? Or AK, like, people that's doing Blade and KDZ and them shit. Like, that's what I knew. You know what I'm saying? But I grew to understand that all of the shit that I liked was Dilla footprint. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Like, he played a part in a lot of that shit. So I sat back, I started going through his shit, like just trying to learn, you know, what was he doing to make his beats? You know, his drums hit like this, or how was he chopping his samples? Like, it was a lot of stuff that he did that people don't really try to do these days. Everything microwave fast now.
Yeah.
So, like Dilla shit. Yeah.
So how? And I hate to segue into this next question. And I mean nothing. I'm not trying to be funny by it. Bless you. What is your? How you feel about the girl rap today in today's day and age?
I fuck with it, but it ain't for me. Like, I know what it's meant for, but that shit be hard. Like, nigga, Glorilla sweet as fuck to me. Like, she know how to rap. Like, a lot of niggas just don't know how to rap, bro, and they don't act like they know how to rap. Like, some niggas just be on that bitch just doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like the time that they take, the girls specifically, the time that they taking to make their music, you could tell they taking time.
Yeah.
Whether it's a songwriter involved or not, like,
Yeah.
you have to perform this record well in order for the record to perform well. You know what I'm saying? So, Lotto, it's another chick, bro, I fuck with, dog. I can't think of her name right now. But it's a lot of females that's sweet as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
I fuck with them.
facts.
I support them. I want to work with them. Like, I worked with Pretty Bread. Like, I was happy about that because that's just somebody that I feel like I should be working with. Like, she's the top, you know what I'm saying? One of the top female rappers in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a part of her career. Like, that's how I feel about people. Like, when I respect them and shit. Like,
how often do you get the chance to work with different women?
I ain't gonna say I don't get the chance that often for real. It be different situations just pop up. Like with Brea, she was recording one of my guys and she was looking for beats. He hit me up, like, send it through. Like I said again, just knowing people, bro.
So you know people that know people that looking for beats.
Yeah, like
I know a guy.
Every time.
You the guy.
Bro. Yeah. I'm happy though. Like, yeah, call me.
Facts.
I don't get that type of opportunity often though, and I feel like that's also why it's important. And it's for the producers too that's coming up. Like, build with the people that fuck with you, cause like for her to fuck with me, it's like, all right, I need to take more time to cater. You know what I'm saying? Make beats that cater to her career.
Yeah.
So that, you know what I'm saying? So we could elevate together. You know what I'm saying? She gonna go up, people gonna be produce that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that give me a different room. Me with more female rappers.
So you kicking open a lot of doors.
Yeah, that's what I'm sure.
Dope. And we almost out of here, y'all. Nigga Eli said he hungry.
Yeah,
Keeping
I'm
it.
what I'm about to eat.
So you had an opportunity to play to perform with a band this year. Tell me about that.
That shit was dope. I mean, they was a band. Them niggas cool as hell, man. We were different. It made me like respect. You look at music, have live instrumentation. My song. Now moving forward, I want to try to incorporate as much of that shit in my shit so that it translates on stage. Like, so that it's not too far away from the original product. Like, if you performing your song and you got, like how Kanye did the shit where he had the orchestra playing in the back, like, nigga, if you got your music program like that, bro, this shit gonna be sweet as hell when you perform it. So, it made me want to do more of that shit, but yeah, that's a whole nother story. I don't know how to play no instruments myself. I gotta collab with more instrumentalists, man.
That's dope.
More musicians.
And what's the difference between performing with a band and performing with the speakers? How do you have to operate different?
The difference with the band, let me think about that one. The first thing I think of off rip is like the tempo is a lot like slower, I feel like. And that's just by choice, you know what I'm saying? So it sound better a lot of times with the shit slower. I don't think it's really much difference, bro. Like it feel better though. Like it sound better. It feel better. A lot of times when you performing over these beats, bro, that shit be mixed ass or like the person controlling the shit is terrible or they not controlling it at all and you just
Yeah.
gotta rap. Like you don't get no sound check or none of that shit. But when you doing a live shit, you gotta do sound check because the drums gotta come through, you know what I'm saying? And the guitar, the bass guitar, the keyboard, all that shit. So that's one thing I do notice too is that, you know, it take a lot more preparation for that.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, last question. What do you have to say for the up and coming artists, producers, the people that want to be where you at?
Man, first off, nigga, want to be way further. That's where you start at, though, to be honest. Like, you start with, like, damn, I'm going to be a fucking superstar one day. Like, even if you don't want to, you just got to imagine yourself being, like, on top of the world, you know, everybody respecting your craft and shit. Like, because I feel like at that point, bro, you're going to make your best music because you're going to keep envisioning yourself at this point, you know what I'm saying? Whether you producer or artist. Artist, you on stage, you got 20,000 people in the crowd. You can't be making no bullshit if you got 20,000 people in the crowd. So that's step one. Stay motivated, you know what I'm saying? Don't get discouraged because it's going to be a lot of bullshit. It's going to be a lot of failed relationships, failed opportunities. It's going to be a lot of turmoil in this shit. So just stay focused. Keep your end goal in your head, you know, tunnel vision. Another thing is, like I said earlier, network. You got to network, man. Get out here, shake some hands. You never know who you bump into. Somebody could teach you something that change your life, man. Even if they don't just give you a bunch of money, what if they just tell you something, you know, teach you how to make $500 a month, and then that 500 turn into 1,000, and that turn into 10,000, you know. And that's another thing too. Just build your shit up, like slowly, you know. Don't be so in a rush to just blow up overnight, and you know, start doing shit that ain't you. Cause that shit that'll be at the expense of your career.
Yeah.
For sure, every time.
Okay.
Take your time with that shit. Stay focused, and don't do drugs. And fuck a lot of hoes if you can.
You said fuck a lot of hoes.
Live life for sure. That's what I'm gonna say. Live your life. Have fun out here, bro. That shit is like, man, it give you more to talk about. It give you more energy, more positive energy, man.
It give you more goddamn content, huh?
More content for sure. But yeah, it's a lot. It give you a lot of energy, man. So get out here and enjoy your life, man. Take trips, go see shit. Don't be sitting around in the hood all day just doing a bunch of bullshit. If you're doing some bullshit, get some money and use that to better your situation, you know, and enjoy your life. That's the main thing at the end of this shit, though. Enjoy your life, bro.
Preach.
Regardless.
Preach. Well, all right, y'all. Appreciate you lot for coming out.
Brother.
My dog. Y'all have a good night. Y'all check us out. I'm doing shit all over the place all the time. That's it for the night, y'all. Have a good night. Woo! How was it?
That shit was cool.